Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. A few weeks ago we checked out the Cooler Master MK730 10 keyless keyboard, and when that video came out, HyperX reached out and asked if we wanted to check out their spin on the 10 keyless form factor with their Alloy Origins core, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to keep this video as short and as sweet as possible, and I'm going to give you a look at the Alloy Origins core. So I guess we should do that, because it's not bad, it's a good size. That means dead. But anyway, let's do it. Keyboards don't really work for me with my main use case because I use the numpad for basically everything, and if you've seen our gaming and streaming room that's we've been building for a few months, it's still a work in progress, you would have seen that yeah, we went with a 10 keyless keyboard setup to save some space, and yeah, it's perfect for this type of room. As you can see, like, we don't have heaps of space. And I also wanted to mention this right at the start of the video so you don't get confused as to what this video is about. This video is not a paid video by HyperX. They basically just sent us this keyboard to do a video with, and that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, let's kick this off and take a look at what you get in the box. You get the keyboard itself, you get a few bits of documentation, and you get a 1.8 meter or around a 6 foot long USB type A to C cable, and that's it. And I like that. It's keeping it as bare as possible, and I really dig that type of keyboard. Anyway, the design construction, as you can see right in my hot little hands, is very clean. It's the kind of keyboard that belongs on your desk, and HyperX is probably listening to my ramblings over the last few years because it's got a detachable cable. And yeah, more of this please. And it's got the connector right there on the back of the keyboard. And as well as that, the Alloy Origins core, like many other keyboards, is made from aircraft grade alloy, and doesn't mean if I throw it, it would fly, which is not going to happen because this thing is so heavy you can't throw it anyways, and I like that. Give me heavy keyboard. You can use this for other purposes such as stopping a zombie apocalypse or stopping people from panic buying toilet paper. Anyway, let's get back on topic. The keyboard actually weighs around like 900 grams, which is crazy heavy for a 10 keyless keyboard, and I love it. And it's got these floating keycaps, which is also really nice, and it features HyperX's red RGB switches, which feel like Cherry MX Reds, and it's kind of confusing to me considering they sell other keyboards with Cherry MX Reds, so why not just use MX Reds for this keyboard too? It's a bit of a confusing choice. And the HyperX Red switch has an actuation force of around 45 grams, which is the same as the Cherry MX Red switch. It's got an actuation distance of 1.8 millimeters, whereas the Cherry MX Red has a 2 millimeter actuation distance. It's got a full travel distance of 3.8 millimeters, whereas the MX Red has a travel distance of 4 millimeters. I'm gonna go out here on a limb and say, I'm gonna call this the HyperX Red and the Cherry MX Reds are exactly the same switches. They literally feel exactly the same. They sound the same. They even have the exact same look. And I can guarantee you that 0.2 millimeters is such a small measurement that it basically makes no difference at all. So why not just use Cherry MX Reds, considering the rest of the keyboard lineup that you guys make already uses MX Reds? And I'm gonna guess it's for like some type of packaging reason or for some type of cost or R&D, or they just want to keep it in-house, but it still doesn't make sense to me considering your other keyboards use MX Reds. Yeah. And because it's 2020, every single key has per key RGB lighting, and if it didn't, I'm pretty sure you would have seen about 400 tweets from someone whinging about it, and it wouldn't be me because I don't care about lighting on keyboards. And you can configure all of that lighting and more in HyperX's Ingenuity software. It's got lots of customization. You can literally spend hours playing around with it, which I'm obviously not going to do in this video, because the video would go for like 2 hours, but yeah, there's a lot you can do. You can do the lighting control, as I mentioned, you can do macros, you know the deal, it's a keyboard in 2020. It does basically everything except roasting your coffee and having dedicated media controls, which is pretty normal for a 10 keyless keyboard, so it's not gonna lose any points for that. Okay, so what does the HyperX Alloy Origins lose points for then? And remember, this is all like personal preference stuff. I don't like the name of the keyboard because it's hard for me to say and it's really long, and that's just me being nitpicky. I don't like that it doesn't have a wrist rest because the Cooler Master MK730 does, and I like wrist rests, and yeah, you can check out that video up there. It would have been a nice addition, but also at the same time, I can see why they didn't add a wrist rest. I don't like that they made their own switch for this keyboard when it's clearly basically exactly the same as the Cherry MX Red switch. Doesn't make a lot of sense for me, but again, maybe it just makes it cheaper for production. Other than that, and my random ramblings in this video, I actually think this is a pretty decent keyboard. I like the design language. I like that it's simple and minimal. I absolutely love that it's heavy enough to defend your house with. The software is pretty good compared to a lot of other offerings on the market. And the price isn't too bad considering the caliber of this keyboard. It's a decent package, and overall, aside from my weird self-isolated cabin fever ramblings, I like this keyboard, and I think you guys are going to like it too. And I also think the price is right on the money as well, because the HyperX Alloy Origins is going for around 89 US dollars, or around 169 Australian dollars at the time of filming this video. And I reckon if you do a bit of digging online, you're probably going to find this keyboard for cheaper as well. Anyway, let us know what you think of this keyboard. I'm not going to say the name because it's incredibly hard for me to say it. And yeah, let me know if you use this keyboard. Let me know if you want to use this keyboard. I want to know everything about it that you guys feel about it. Also, let us know what other 10 keyless keyboards you guys want us to check out. I do listen to what you guys want. I have been trying to get as many new keyboards in as possible to check out. And yeah, you know the deal. It's a keyboard video. I like doing them. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do, and tell us what you hated about it. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peak, we seek. And yeah, you can hit that join button if you want to support the channel as well. We're also on Floatplane. We do like early access or whatever it is. What is it? I don't know what it's called. There's a name for it. Anyway, also guys, you probably noticed that we're in the streaming room. The setup's coming together really nicely. You also probably noticed MSI's new 165Hz 144p 1440p monitor behind us. I'm working on a review of that this week, so you'll probably see this one coming out really soon. We've also got all the key lights and stuff coming from Elgato and Stream Deck XL and all this stuff ready to get the stream set up finally up and running. The encoding PC is all up and running. You're actually seeing the display of the encoding PC right now because I was working on stuff earlier today with it. But yeah, that's basically it. Hope you enjoyed this video about this HyperX keyboard. My thoughts are it's actually pretty decent. I'm just not sure why they made their own switches. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Thanks for watching. I don't know why you guys are still here. I'm out. Cabin fever, 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 yay!